So at Mirebalais, we've been building the trusses on the school. It's been really fun. It's nice working with everybody in the Haitian crew. It's good to see that nobody got injured and we pulled it off safely so far.
Second day we were here, I was cutting the plywood down at the bottom of the stairs. Probably had about, had to have been 25 or 30 of the young kids all gathered around me helping, using the skill saw, just trying to get right in there and go for forever and ever, and they didn't want to quit, and it was probably the coolest moment I've had here yet.
And the cement floors was unbelievable. Being a concrete finisher, placer myself, seeing how they have to do it manually over here with shovels, and seeing the 5-year-old kids walking with their little jugs to the river to grab water, and the whole family involved from 5 years old to 80 years old. Everybody's handing something down the line, you know, big bucket brigade, and that was pretty amazing to me to see how much manual labor goes into that.
The highlight at UCI for me was probably taking pictures of the sponsor children and them being really shy at first, but then smiling really big for me at the end and giving me high fives. That was really rewarding.
I have been mostly just teaching ukulele to the students at UCI. Thought it would be about 300 in the beginning, and then it turned out to be about 550. And I enjoy any opportunity to connect with people with music when there is like a language barrier. Connect in this, almost profound way. Just being able to share even a tiny bit of that with some of the people here. I'll bring that home with me for sure.
At UCI, the church, and how the people were so passionate, and how when they're singing, the whole congregation is singing, and it's not the music isn't loud, it's them that you hear.
So one of the things that was probably most impacted on me was just seeing how little the people have here compared to the Western world, and how we take everything for granted, from food and cars and a bed, from seeing the kids smile just from having a bowl of rice on their plate.
And we saw all those children that were starving, and we gave them food, and they ate a whole thing of rice to themselves, and they were so small but yet could eat so much, and so that was really touching.
She had quite a big bowl and it had a lid on, and she went and got food and then came back and tipped her lid over and scooped out a lot of her food onto the plate for the other little sibling to eat. So that was pretty special.
But yeah, just seeing how sharing they were, even with the little amounts that they had, was pretty amazing to see.
Yeah, for me, one of the biggest things I've noticed in Haiti is farming. Most Haitians can't afford to actually have a proper farming system, so at UCI they have the irrigation or agricultural program to help support the Haitian farmers. They'll have portable pumps and bring them to selected farmers to prosper with all their produce. So
the irrigation system was really interesting, seeing how much manual labor goes into digging all those little ridges and sloping everything the right way. But the amount of produce they can get now compared to just depending on the rain is pretty amazing to me. And that's something that I think personally I could definitely tell people back home about, to sponsor something like that.
Also, something I think that impacted me, this one family that we visited, an old lady and an old man, we brought them food, and this lady was just so joyful. She was just so happy. She came up, hugged me, and kissed my cheek, and so appreciative over the Bible that we gave her. And they ended up giving us a fresh coconut right out of the tree, climbing up the tree, as showing their gratitude for what we gave them. And it was just really neat to see how much appreciation they had for us.
The home visits in general, just how each recipient of the food, we gave them food and Bible, and each recipient was so more grateful for the Bible than the food that was going to get them through for just a short amount of time. They would say things like, the Bible was their food, so that was pretty sweet.
What has really impacted me on the Haitians is the little that they have, they are so thankful for, but above all that I've been able to talk to is, even though that they are poor, the most thing that they have said that was most important was God's Word. And for us, in our culture, that seems to be a second. We think that food and money, we're all working busy, and here their Bible and their God is the most important to them.
I had this little boy, and he was so excited when they found out that all the boys were so excited when they found out that they were getting goats. So I was the first one to go get my goat. He was the first one to choose his goat, and he just went running up and he just picked the fattest goat possible and the best looking one. And I just thought, I was like, oh, good choice. That was a good one. And all of them so happy. And then when we were driving on the pickup truck, all these little kids were just running after the truck, and some of them jumped on the back even though they weren't getting goats, but went along for the ride. So I just thought that was neat. And then when I came and brought the goat to the family, the lady was so happy about it, and she hugged me, and they were really appreciative of it, definitely.